Here at opening day of the NBHL Halifax Tier 1 as the Hurricanes take on the Citadels. Citadels suffered a 5-1 loss in our first contest. The sole goal scorer in that one was Daniel Fatur, as here come the Hurricanes the other way. Looks like that's Steve McDonald who was able to force it in deep. Morehouse, captain of the Citadels, is able to fight it out and clear it down. And trying to get it to McDonald. They get it to the other end, Miller. Here's Miller. They'll pass it down to McDonald. He'll take a shot. It goes off the pad of Peter Regenbald, who will be starting in net for the Citadels and out of play. Both teams will make their first change of the afternoon. And in net at the other end is Bob Strum. Hurricanes playing their first game of the weekend. Trying to start on a high note. Here's a shot from the point. That's patted away by Regenbald. Little scrum on the right-hand side. And a little skirmish is swallowed up there by Regenbald as he'll cover. So a couple of small opportunities early here for the Hurricanes. Citadels trying to get something going defensively. As Booth was fighting with DeSosa. Anderson fighting some pressure. And Dempsey's trying to make something of it, but getting forced upon by Gale and Booth. Booth lost his stick in the defensive efforts, and Whitten will help him out. They will get it to the center. And it will be called for an offside, so Hurricanes will clear and come back in. Manson trying some pressure there as Booth sticks it through. Hurricanes able to stick it back into the Citadel zone. Manson once more. Anderson will get it out. He'll pass across, and Gale will receive it in front of his own net. As the Citadels will make a small change before they continue. Gale will pass back down to Richards. Richards will dump it into the Hurricane zone, but that will fall for a flooring. 7:49 remaining in our first period. And Citadel still trying to find the fire after the 5-1 loss to the Monarchs. Doesn't mean that they are without skill. A couple of international Masters players on the Citadel squad. As Richards is able to get it to Whitten. Whitten will fire up. He's got Norwood with him. Norwood can't make anything happen. He'll have Element on the left-hand side. Kelly trying to stick it through and keep it in. But the Hurricanes will have something to say about that. So here's Josh Hall. Sorry, that was bent. He will go off for a change. And here's Seller. Seller had to try to make a centering pass to Murphy. Murphy will keep it in, though. He has some open floor, but he'll get it to his point man, who will pass it down to McDonald. McDonald feeling some pressure from Kelly. Murphy with a centering pass tried a nice tip to Sellers, but unable to do so. Jillian Richards will take it from her own end. The Canadian Masters team player went to Slovakia back in November to represent her country. As it looks like the Citadel's finally able to get it deep and get something going. Trying to put it through in front, and that will be covered up by Bob Strum for the first shot on goal of the afternoon for the Citadels. Both teams will make full changes. With 6:15 remaining in our first period. So Daniel Vautour, the lone goal scorer from the Citadels' previous game this afternoon, will step in. Hurricanes will get the defensive draw win, but Jillian Richards will take it from her own end. Pass down to Morehouse. Morehouse will try and stick it through, but McDonald's will have the better end of that. McDonald battling pressure from Richards. They'll pass back down to the point. Back to Miller. Miller will take a wrister, but it goes just wide. Back down again. Slap from the point is patted away by Regenbald. And McDonald and Vautour are in a bit of a foot race, but Vautour will win that one. No flooring is called. I believe Vautour was assuming flooring would be called, but couldn't see behind him. There's Manson. He was trying to make a play at it, but that one will be cleared out by Saberi. Here's a shot in front. Nice save by Bob Strum. Second shot on goal for the Citadels is swallowed up for a draw. So both teams having a couple of opportunities early. Our first game involving the Citadels, the first period ended at a 0-0 tie, so the same competitive energy remaining. Anderson trying to fight it out of his own zone. There's a pass in front for Strum. And could not stick it through as Gale was all over him. Anderson will dump it all the way back down for Vautour. Vautour has it on his stick, but he'll have some pressure from Alex D'Souza. Another opportunity and scores! We're trying to get an angle on who that was on the backhand. We'll find out in just a moment. But I believe and that will be Ben Bryden. Ben Bryden with his first goal in the NBHL. Nice backhand maneuver by him to get Bob Strum on the short side. So a 1-0 Citadels lead for the time being, as that shot is intercepted by the Hurricanes. They tried to get it to Manson. And nice intercept. Trying to start a rush there. There was Murphy, but he was locked up by defenders. Little scrum in the corner. It's a bit more passionate than earlier. There's Brent. He has Manson to help. Manson will try and get a centering pass to Murphy, but it is intercepted by Norwood. Norwood with a 3-on-2 for the Citadels, but that ball is sticked away from him. Both teams will make changes after the clear. Jillian Richards will get it in front of her net, and she will board that one along. And her daughter, Jordan Richards, will try some sliding defensive maneuvers, which do work for the time being. Here's Element, and couldn't get a shot off. He does get the ball down a little deep. Norwood trying to provide some up-high pressure, but here come the Hurricanes. They were waiting to get onside. Here's McDonald. He'll go through. Pass shot, scores! McDonald to Manson, and it is 1-1. McDonald took it from end to end, and he had a nice little pass to Manson. And we are all even at 1. 3 minutes remaining in the first period. Morehouse stepped in for the Citadels, but draw is won by the Hurricanes. Miller's trying to fight through pressure from Morehouse. Unable to. And that shot by Vautour Little scrum near the blue line. Here's Richards. She's trying to clear out. Vitor was there at the line. Here's a almost centering shot by McDonald. As Miller will take it, he'll take a shot from the point. And looks like he had Reginbald doing the splits, trying to save that one. McDonald will battle pressure in the corner. Pass through for Dempsey. He'll take a nice rip, but goes just wide. McDonald back for Manson. Manson, he'll get it, tried to get it back down to McDonald. It is intercepted by Morehouse. Down for Vitor, who has some open floor. He'll make a move and score! Vitor with his second goal of the afternoon, first goal of the game, and the Citadels will take a 2-1 lead. Yes, that's 55 on the Hurricanes. 55 white.
Hurricanes in orange?
Yeah, white, yeah. So 1:48 remaining after the score by Daniel Vitor, who had the lone goal in the losing effort against the Monarchs. So has to feel good for him, has to feel good for the Monarchs to have a consistent lead here. It is taken away by Anderson. Anderson down for Norwood. Norwood will take a rip. It's blocked. He's able to find Gale. And that shot goes wide, but Bob Strum will cover it up. 1:24 remaining in our first period. Norwood wins it for his team, and then takes a shot from the point and scores. Kyle Anderson with his first goal in the NBHL. He took a nice rip after the face-off win from the point. So the Citadels will go out to an early 2-goal lead with 1:20 remaining in the first period. And he will stay on the floor. Face-off won by the Citadels. Jordan Richards will chase it down. She'll be met by a couple of defenders as they go back the other way. That shot rings off the glass. Looks like Strom is trying to get it in the corner. Here's D'Souza. D'Souza will stop and wait for options. Before continuing, he'll go past center now. He took a little chip pass. It'll be down in the corner. No flooring is called as Dempsey's battling with Gale. Gale thought about getting it to Anderson there, but was fielding some pressure, so it will end up on the stick of Jordan Richards. Richards down for Elliman. Elliman win a foot race with Miller, but Miller will win that one behind his own net. 25 seconds remaining in the first period. It's been an active first period. 3 goals so far combined, with the Citadels having the early 2-1 lead as that shot almost sticked in by Manson, but Morehouse will take it in the other end. There's Lamb. He'll dump it through. Morehouse has about 3 seconds to do something with it, but it will fall for a flooring, so we will come back to the other end with 2 seconds remaining in the first period. Hurricanes trying to get their lines correct. Coaching staff shouting some instructions.
One shot, one opportunity.
Watching the National Ball Hockey League Halifax Tier 1, which is sponsored by Tick Pick. Morehouse wins it in the defensive zone for his team. 3-1 Citadels lead. Murphy will win the draw for the Hurricanes, as Sellers will pass to his defensive counterpart. Here's Vitor. He has a goal in both games this afternoon. Here's Morehouse with a centering shot, patted away by Bob Strum. And that one will be cleared out for a flooring. 9:32 remaining in our second period. So we will go back to likely the blocker side of Bob Strum. Kyle Anderson, Ben Bryden, and Daniel Pator with the 3 goals for the Halifax Citadels, as here come the Hurricanes the other way. And that centering pass just didn't make it over to the left winger there. So it will be covered for a draw by Peter Regenbald. Both teams will make their first changes of the period. So the draw will be to the glove side of Regenbald. Draws one in the defensive zone by the Citadels. Feeling some pressure. Pass back down, McDonald. Make a couple of moves, there's a shot. Goes just wide. Here's Manson behind the net. Manson looking for options. He'll be pressured by Richards. But Ricky Miller will get it back down for Manson. Manson looking for options. There's a shot by McDonald. And they do score. It just squeaks past the pad. Peter Regenbald. So Seamus McDonald. Oh, my apologies. Steve McDonald. He'll pick up his second point of the afternoon, as he has an assist already today. So a 3-2 lead now for the Citadels, as McDonald will step in to take the draw against Richards. It is won by McDonald and the Hurricanes. And he will leave it for Chisholm. Chisholm with a centering pass. As the Hurricanes look to get down deep. Here's McDonald. He'll fake a shot. Centering pass. Couple of rebounds. Here's a shot. Backhand scores. Manson with his second goal of the game. So Anton Mason with 2 goals on the afternoon. And we are all knotted at 3, with still 8:23 remaining in our second period. Draws one by the Hurricanes. D'Souza will stick it on for his winger. He had some open floor there, but Richards had something to say about that. As they get it down to the Hurricane zone, but here's Strum. Back down for Dempsey. Dempsey's looking to make a nice opportunity for himself. That shot is swallowed up by Regenbald. So we'll do it to the glove side of him, as the Citadels will make a change. Trying to get out of the second period rut they've got themselves into. As they were up by 2 goals to end the second period, or end the first period rather. And now Hurricanes taking their time with their opportunities, making sure they have it in the zone. As Strum was trying to make sure he had all of his stick on it. Here's a nice opportunity in front. That shot goes just high. Another opportunity in front for D'Souza. Can't fight the pressure. D'Souza passing down across. Here's the shot. It's a nice block there. That was Kyle Anderson on the nice block. He's had a couple of great defensive plays so far this afternoon. And here's another one. Trying to take it away. Great defense from Anderson. Really preserving some opportunities for his team. Here's Matt Morehouse. He'll make a couple of moves all the way into the crease, but Bob Strum will hold strong. Here come the Hurricanes the other way. Looks like it's Brent. Brent will stick it around. And here's Vitor. He'll battle with Miller. Vitor has it down deep. He'll take a shot from the angle. Norwood had a backhander, but it is patted away. No flooring is called, so both teams will make changes. That one is shot through for Strum, or for Miller rather. Miller able to make the successful pass into the Citadel zone. Here's Dave Brent. Brent's in the corner, he'll look for options. He's got a one-timer from Miller who'll take a shot, but it goes just wide of the net. Here is Booth, who will clear it out. Sellers had a stick on that, but Hurricanes will take the opportunity to get an offensive change in. And a nice takeaway. Here's a shot from McDonald. He'll pat, and that's, oh no! Did it rebound out of, yes, they will score. McDonald. I think that ball just went in and out. Went in and out of the net so fast, I think people thought maybe Regenball got some part of it, but Steve McDonald with his third point of the afternoon, second goal. He also has an assist on the day, so, and now a brand new lead. Halifax, or the Hurricanes lead 4-3. It's their first lead of the afternoon with under 5.5 remaining in the second period. We are halfway through the first part of our weekend here at the NBHL, and there's a shot and scores. And there's the Hattie. That's Steve McDonald once more. Or maybe, perhaps he just had the assist. It looks like they're mainly getting Miller on that one. So we will wait for the official ruling on that one. But for my score sheet, it looked like McDonald had it. Nonetheless, a 5-3 lead, rather. Here's McDonald once more, in front, backhanded, open net in front, pass, shot, scored. And the Hurricanes have had three straight opportunities and have capitalized on all three. It is a 6-3 hockey game. I am not sure I could have predicted this going the way it has. And both teams will make changes and regroup. A 6-3 hockey game. Ensues now. Either I have it wrong or the scoreboard has it wrong, but I do believe it is a 6-3 game. But the scoreboard is showing 5-3, so if I'm incorrect, my apologies. Nonetheless, we will get a draw to the glove side of Reginbald. It'll be finally won and taken advantage of by the Citadels. Back to Vitor. Vitor, he's making a couple of moves. Nice pass to Morehouse. Morehouse just can't get it through. Morehouse has had a couple of opportunities right in front, but Bob Strum has been there every single time. So the Hurricanes will continue with their pressure. They'll get it back to Morehouse. Morehouse to Vitor. Vitor will try and enter the zone, but is met with some defense from McDonald. McDonald will get it down to his point man, Dempsey. Dempsey back to McDonald in front, and that shot is swallowed up by Regenbald. 4:08 remaining in our second period, and now the scoreboard has been corrected. It is a 6-3 hockey game in favor of the Hurricanes as they look to further the lead. Face off once again to the glove side of Regenbald. again. Murphy against Morehouse. Morehouse will get the better end of that, but it will be kept in by the Hurricanes. Here's Brent. Tried to center it there, but unable to. Here's Vitor at the other end. Vitor will wait for options. He's got Bryden on the other end, who already had a goal, but that shot will be gloved and covered by Strum. 3:47 remaining in our second period. And ladies and gentlemen, just to inform you, your third period might not come with commentary, as our iPad is getting a little low on battery here, so the third period might not be as talkative depending on how this game turns out. Anderson put it down for D'Souza. D'Souza will try and clear it out. Here's Brent on the left side. He's got a nice little break, but is tripped up. Some are saying by a stick, but there is no call from the official. So we will continue. Trying to stick it through there is Norwood. He's got Booth on the right side. Booth trying to fight through some pressure. There's Norwood, tried to get a shot through, but it is just wide. And D'Souza will fight it all the way through. He's got a little break. He's got maybe one man to beat. He'll try a pass across. That is blocked. Here's D'Souza once more. Pass in front. Can't get the shot off. Being pressured now is Ricky Miller. Miller with a nice centering pass. That will fall down. Still in play though. As Manson will pass back down. McDonald's looking for a one-timer. He'll get the ball. Trying to take it with him. Almost forgot to. As Strum lays it down. Here's a shot from Manson. That was a nice whiff. And it'll be swallowed up by Peter Regimbald. So we will do it likely to the glove side of him with 2:17 remaining in the second period. This is the National Ball Hockey League, Halifax Tier 1. We'd like to thank all of you for joining us on the YouTube channel. From all across the globe, this is opening day here in Halifax for a brand new era in ball hockey. McDonald won that face-off a little too hard, so Sellers will take it back down. He's got a lot of pressure from Vitor, so Miller will stick it back through. Fighting some pressure, but Morehouse will take it in the center. He'll give it to Vitor. Vitor will battle some pressure from Sellers. Vitor working it around Sellers, but can't get past Manson. My apologies, that's McDonald on that one, but there's Manson with it now. Manson will take a nice jog with it. He'll wait for options. He'll gain the zone to McDonald, and that pass is a little too far for McDonald to get a stick on. So the Citadels will make a quick change while they have the chance. Sellers will have a nice stretch pass to McDonald. Here's a 3-on-1. Pass down, shot, scores! Pass down to Manson, and Manson has his third goal of the afternoon. Count it to him, the hat trick to Manson. So now a 7-3 hockey game in favor of the Hurricanes, and if you're the Citadels, this is not what you were expecting today to look like. Because on paper, the Citadels have potentially one of the top teams in the league. Several Masters players on their team, several representatives of Team Canada. As there's a shot that's patted away by Regimbald. But the opportunities keep on rolling for the Hurricanes. As that will be sticked all the way down for a flooring. So 46 seconds remain in our second period. And after that goal from Manson, the Hurricanes have taken a commanding and pounding 4-goal lead. It is 7-3. Little back and forth from the Citadels coaching staff and officials. Face-off will be once again to the glove side of Russian ball. That one is won and taken down from Chisholm. Chisholm will take a rip. But it is stick back down. A nice move. But he will give it to McDonald. That shot's blocked by Lamb. And that ball will fall ultimately out of play. Just under half a minute remaining in our second period. And it's been an active scoring one for one side of the court here. And I'm sure there will be much to talk about at intermission for the Citadels as that shot from the point is patted away. It goes up and it comes right back down, back into the zone. They get it to Chisholm. Chisholm will take a wrister. It'll be blocked by Element. He rolled all the way back down and Chisholm will receive it, but he will be met with some pressure by Element. Here's a one-timer by McDonald, but unable to get the right angle on it.
cross your mind, can you say something? These days I'm stuck in the middle. All these thoughts of you circle around my head. Memories on.
Up in your head, instead of hitting the cloud. Just a bit of rain, got you feeling like you're drowning. Don't worry, brother, I got you covered. It's just one foot in front of the other, 'cause I'm only 2 rows down.